Hello, everybody. It's PPC Talks. I'll be casting today since I'm wearing a black t-shirt. And
I'm gonna be John, and then we have Onkar, who's our board ape NFT.
Yeah, I'm a multi-millionaire.
Yep, he was an early adopter of the NFT game and bought board ape, and now he's rich.
yeah, he just do Google stuff for fun.
Yeah, I just do Google Ads for fun. Yeah.
Right.
All right, enough with the joking. So since nobody will get this joke, let's today's topic. How do we?
I wish people get the joke. Okay,
Like,
today's topic.
If they're like loyal watchers, if you get the joke, that means you're a solid fan. And right.
If you don't, then I'm disappointed.
Today's question: how do we gear Performance Max into what was the question?
How do we control PMax and put it on networks that we want it to be on? So if we want it to be on the shopping network, how do we control that? If we want it to be on the search network, how do we control that? That's today's topic. Yeah. So Onkar, since this is a guest appearance, do you want to take the charge?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can.
Go ahead.
So, okay. So we are running like Performance Max on 50 plus accounts, I think 100 plus accounts, and we are doing a lot of testing. And we have learned that if we want to push PMax into right channels like shopping, search, YouTube, then you have to run these type of campaigns with PMax. So PMax will steal data or audience from that campaign and will go after that audience once it learns the data points about that audience. So yeah, we can discuss more on this. So Usama, I think you were the first who find out
the adapters of this
idea.
Yeah.
No, he found this actually. He was running a DSA campaign and he checked week over week and month over month, and he found that PMax is stealing DSA data.
So I guess I'll build off of what Onkar said. If we want to control, or if we want to go on a certain specific network, we pretty much just launch that corresponding network campaign. And there's a couple of reasons we want to do this. So let's say you're running a PMax campaign and you feel like you're not converting, or you feel like it's going on the display network for some reason in ridiculous amounts. And the easiest way to check that if it's going on the display network is go check your CPCs. If your CPCs are extremely low, you're more or less likely to be on the display network. And now when a situation like this happens, you kind of want to steer your campaign, your accounts back onto the shopping and search and YouTube, your most profitable networks. The way we do this now is we launch shopping ads in parallel to it. We launch DSA in parallel to it. We launch some inbound. We launch some YouTube in parallel to it. And what we saw and kind of tested out what we saw was initially with a DSA campaign. We ran a test like a while ago. We launched a DSA. We gave it a bunch of budget and we let it run in parallel to PMax. What we actively saw was that the search themes that were showing up in PMax campaign were also the ones that were most prominent in your DSA campaign, right? What started happening was that the DSA would start going after those keywords, those search themes that was converting well in the PMax or just were more relevant in the PMax campaign. And then after a little bit, the impressions, well, at first the impressions for those keywords would shoot up. They would go off the chart. They'd be like up like 1,000% at some points, right? And then all of a sudden they would shoot down to like negative. Well, not negatives, yeah, negatives. They'd shoot down by like 500%, which means all of a sudden we got a bunch of impressions, a bunch of clicks, and a bunch of conversions on the DSA campaign. And then all of a sudden we went downhill and we got less impressions, less clicks, and less conversions. Then again, a week later, it would shoot back up, right? And then it would shoot back down. And we saw this consistently happening across the board where the campaigns were going more impressions, less impressions, more impressions, less impressions for specific keywords in that. And they were very relevant to the ones that were showing in PMax. So the thought process here was that because we were running PMax in parallel to the DSA campaign, every time the PMax campaign saw that the DSA campaign was working really well, it was on the search network, it was doing really well, it sold that traffic. It went after that audience that the DSA was going after. Once the PMax stole that audience from the DSA campaign, the DSA still had budget to spend. It was still on an automated bidding strategy. So it still had to find somewhere to spend that money, somewhere to go. So it went after a different audience. It probably chose the same keywords. It just targeted a completely different group of people. And then it started spiking back up. It started getting conversions again. It started getting clicks again. It started getting more impressions again. And then once PMax saw that, it would just steal that traffic from it again. And then PMax was just very consistently scaling at like a solid 3 ROAS for that campaign. And that's how we know that we can direct a PMax campaign in the network we want.
Yeah, that's the search part. And we're not talking about the normal, usual, like mid of the funnel, bottom of the funnel phrase match campaigns. Like we're talking about phishing campaigns like DSA or broad TCP. I really recommend broad TCPA with Performance Max campaigns also. So it's also a phishing campaign. So you fish for new keywords, Performance Max steals from there, and it just goes in the right direction. So that's the searching part. Anything you guys would like to add? Because I'm about to ask.
I have one question. So I have a question. So let's say if a Performance Max has gone in the wrong direction, like it's just showing display discovery and YouTube, like we can check, like if we just check the CPCs of that PMax campaign, if they are sub $1, sub 50 cents, then we know that it's going in an advertising in display discovery and YouTube channels. So how can we go out of it? How can we steer the PMax again going into the right direction, like going in search shopping?
Yep. You would literally start a DSA campaign. You would start an inbound campaign with the keywords that you want to show up in your PMax campaign. You would start a shopping campaign. You would have to bid high on the shopping campaign, but you would start a shopping campaign, and then you would start a YouTube campaign. All the networks that you want your PMax to focus on or to stay on or be most relevant on, you run those campaigns in parallel to your PMax campaign. It's the best way to control it.
Yeah, and one more suggestions, like we are talking about the optimization parts. When you first start up, Performance Max starts wild. So don't get like, don't be surprised if Performance Max starts wild, all right? Just give it some time. We're just talking about if this starts to happen after you launch. So be aware.
Yeah. Performance Max does a couple things. Sorry, go ahead, Onkar.
And what do you think, like about adding a target? So let's say if we are using maximize conversion with the target, if we put a target CPI, I think that will help PMax to go in that direction.
Yep, I agree. The when I tested it, I had a target CPA on it, and it's exactly what you're saying. It kept things under control, right? It made sure that PMax, the DSAs, the inbound, didn't go after completely irrelevant traffic. So the traffic that we were getting with the DSA or the inbound campaigns were still relevant. So the PMax was stealing good traffic, which is what allowed it to perform. But that happens when you have good account history, right? If you don't have good account history, it's still a risky move to take. But I would still agree with the target CPA.
In some accounts, like in some e-com accounts, I've seen that Google, like after running the PMax campaign for like 2-3 weeks, Google is itself recommending me to use a TCPA or TROAS on the campaigns.
Yep. Wait, on the PMax campaign or all the campaigns?
Yes, on the PMax campaign.
So yeah, I would do it. What I do with PMax campaigns and TROAS, if I apply a TROAS on a PMax campaign, I immediately start, if it's an e-commerce store, I immediately start a shopping campaign or a smart shopping, whatever I have, a shopping campaign and a DSA campaign. Because a TROAS if they're not running, because the TROAS is going to restrict the campaign, right? It's going to restrict the amount of traffic it gets. So which means it's going to miss some people. We still want to catch those people, because what if the people we're missing are relevant people? What if those people that are missing are people that are going to convert? Having a smart shopping and a DSA in parallel to it when we apply a TROS lets us capture those missing people. And if they convert, and if a certain audience starts to, I don't know, show promise, PMax will steal it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you mean standard shopping or smart shopping? Because you said smart shopping.
I was launching smart shopping when I was doing this, but smart shopping is going away now, so it's gonna
That's
be
the
standard
$1 million
shopping.
question I had in mind.
Yeah.
So up to this
It's
point,
gonna be
PMax
it's gonna
is
be standard.
you relaunch your old smart shopping campaign, or you just start a new one. But right now you will not
Yeah.
have that option. So
Yeah,
what do you
it's
do?
gonna-
You just build the standard shopping, but do you build it like smart shopping? Like, would you create a standard shopping, then dynamic remarketing, or just stick to the standard smart
I
shopping?
would just run. We already have a separate dynamic remarketing campaign running. I would just create a standard shopping campaign. What I do want to test though is the retail performance max campaigns, which is just going to be like the smart shopping version of PMax.
Yeah. And today I read the update. So in that update, they told that all the old all the old smart shopping campaign that campaigns are also eligible for one-click update. So we can upgrade them to PMax retail. So let's say if our new campaigns, our new performance packs are not working with all the assets and like videos, we can go and upgrade the old smart shopping campaign like to a performance
PMax.
max retail.
Yeah. Which is still gonna be good. Nice. Is there anything else?
What else? Display. Would you really want your PMax to go more display?
And we can also share how we can calculate how much PMax is spending on YouTube. So Usama, if you want to share that formula.
I need to open an account, distract them in the meantime.
What do we do?
So we just found a way, not we, like our John with hairs. No, John with hairs, without hairs. He found a way to calculate how much PMax is spending on YouTube. And he also told us that we can request Google Red to opt out from YouTube, but I don't know if that's
so it was
true.
If I remember correctly, it was CPV and views, right?
Yes, average CPV into views.
Yeah, hold on. So let me show. FA, you need to let me share.
Do we have a demo account?
Okay.
Yeah.
You.
We're gonna have to blur this.
If I give you the host, would that recording stops? You want to risk it?
No. Oh, never mind. Guys, it's basically go to your columns.
Okay, I'll do
look
it.
at average CPV and go to views. And that's all you need. Oh.
Okay,
nice.
so good. Nice.
Basically this. You get the average CPV column, you get the views column, and then we have 0.04 here and then 10,000 here. Someone do the math, which means this is for the last 30 days. 10,
$40.
7, yeah, which means we spent around $40 on YouTube in the last 30 days.
Do the math again.
Yup.
Do it in your computer. Don't do it on your desk. You cannot see the desk.
No, I have a calculator, man. Look right here.
So what do we do?
430.
Usama is
It's
doing the
how much?
math. Just trust, right?
430. I trusted Onkar. They're like, these strategists can't do math. Once like
Yes,
40
John
bucks and it's
today,
like 430.
Dude, you got the shirt. Like I already trust you.
I trusted Onkar, he betrayed me. But that's basically it. You apply average CPV into views and you see how much it's spent on YouTube. In this case, is the last 30 days. That's enough sharing. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Is there
it,
anything
guys.
missing?
Nope.
All right. So as you can see, like the last two videos, and the last one and this one is brought to you by the questions in comments. So you can be responsible for the next video. Just ask the questions you have in mind, but please don't ask questions that you can find the answer on like 5 minutes
Google
in
search.
Google in a single search. It
Yep.
has to be a topic, right?
It needs to be enough for us to have like a 5-minute video on.
Imagine we ask questions in this video, like
Yeah, we can talk
say
about
yes.
performance max
Let's
in
just-
detail
Yep.
in the next video.
Yeah, let's do it.
Mm.
And the recording, FA.
Okay. All right, say bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Wait, before you go, I'm constantly looking for amazing people to come join our team. So if you're passionate about Google Ads and you're passionate about customer success, please go to solate.com/apply, and we'd love to see you as a part of the Solutions 8 team. Also, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. It lets the YouTube algorithm know that we actually know what we're doing. And don't forget to subscribe. We shoot a video every single day, and I don't want you to miss out on any of it. Lastly, if you have questions, comments, concerns, confessions, or you just hate my face and my voice, go ahead and hit us up in the comments. We get very little human interaction, and even the heckling is something that I kind of get a kick out of. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being subscribers if you're a subscriber. Don't forget to apply if you're interested in working at Solutions 8. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow.